Our life in this world is filled with problems. We face daily challenges and struggles. And it really doesn't matter where we go, these troubles and hardships confront us, causing us to have fear and anxiety. There are even times when problems become so severe that others feel helpless and miserable. Well, in the face of such problems, it is but natural for people to seek for a solution. One of the common family problems is regarding money. Husbands and wives argue about bills. Parents and children fight about expenses. Primary needs are not being met because of not enough funds. Actually, the problem regarding money oftentimes is not because of the lack of it, but is the result of being too extravagant. That's why we must learn how to properly budget. What are the instructions to be followed toward wise budgeting? First and foremost, our Lord Jesus Christ teaches this as recorded in Matthew 6:33. But seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Obedience to God's will should be the priority in every family. God should always be number one in our life. Then everything else shall be added unto us. Now, what else should be considered concerning wise and proper budgeting? Number one, husbands and wives must agree on who will hold the money. It should be clear to the married couple who should be in charge of managing the household budget. Number two, know exactly how much your income will be and do not let your budget exceed your total income. Let your budget always be less than your income, so that you can set aside money for emergencies or for unexpected expenses, such as car trouble or sudden illness. A lot of experts now recommend that everyone keep 6 months to 1 year of income in an emergency account in case of job loss. Don't forget to also set aside for savings. Again, experts say you have to treat yourself like a bill. Set aside money for yourself and for your children. In fact, the Bible does state in 1 Corinthians 12:14 the following. This is now the third time that I'm ready to come to visit you, and I will not make any demands on you. It is you I want, not your money. After all, children should not have to provide for their parents, but parents should provide for their children. Number three, make a list of all the basic necessities and expenses, such as food, rent, bills, leisure, car maintenance, salon, and many others. Categorize the expenses by weekly, monthly, semi-annually, and annually, so you're aware of what your obligations are on a weekly, monthly, and so on kind of basis. Number four, once you've made your list, agree on how to set aside money for basic expenses in order to avoid any misunderstandings. Agree on how much to set aside for each need or expense. For example, how much do you need to set aside for food on a weekly basis? How much do you need to set aside for car maintenance, perhaps also on a monthly basis? Number five, avoid buying things you really don't need. Remember that want is different from need. Not everything we want we really need. You may want 50 pairs of shoes, but you don't really need it. Avoid going on shopping sprees. Avoid unexpected or unplanned expenses. Don't just buy things on the spur of the moment, especially if it has not been factored in your budget. According to the Bible again, stupid people spend their money as fast as they get it. And when it comes to wise budgeting, what should we never forget and what should always be first on our list is what is written in 1 Corinthians 16:1 and 2. Now concerning what you wrote about the money to be raised to help God's people in Judea, you must do what I told the churches in Galatia to do. Every Sunday, each of you must put aside some money in proportion to what you have earned, and save it up, so that there will be no need to collect money when I come. We should never forget to set aside what is for God. Remember that all the blessings come from Him. We are merely setting aside and giving Him a small portion of what He has so graciously blessed us with. So, as you create, sustain, and manage your budget, the most important thing to do is to ask for God's guidance. In James 4:2, it teaches us this: "Yet you do not have because you do not ask." So, no matter what the problem, no matter how big the challenge, and even against all odds, just remember to trust in God, and He will always provide us the solution.